Hey there, and welcome to another video. So, a viewer reached out to me and asked me what I thought of investing in Cardone Capital. If you didn't know, that's the real estate investment fund run by motivational speaker and thought leader Grant Cardone. Although I'm not an investment advisor, and this isn't investment advice, I wanted to apply my accountant lens and business experience and offer my thoughts on what I think of investing in Grant Cardone's Cardone Capital. Keep watching to find out what I think. Hi, I'm Noel Lorenzana, your friendly neighborhood accountant. Just so you know, I'm a fan of Grant Cardone, also known as GC or Uncle G. He's got great motivational content. He's written some really good books like this one here, The 10X Rule. It's a great book. This book actually helped me to take massive action when I was building my tax and accounting business. I've also got this by him, The Millionaire Booklet, which if I'm being honest, I haven't read. I also have an autographed 10X baseball cap somewhere, but I couldn't find it. Now, as much as I've followed Grant Cardone and studied his stuff, he does have some things going on, let's just say, that give some people pause. First off, what is Cardone Capital? Let's look at their website. Okay, so they offer equal opportunity investing with Grant Cardone, access the highest quality real estate investments. No banks, no brokers, no middleman fees. Wow, this is actually a pretty impressive video. 10X Miami River, 10X Riverwalk, and look at that rooftop pool. It's a very impressive homepage video, but let's dive deeper. According to Bloomberg, Cardone Capital LLC operates as a real estate investment company. The company identifies, acquires, and manages income-producing properties that provide opportunities for investors to preserve capital investments, collect cash distributions, and future capital appreciation of the assets. Let's go back to their website and take a look at their real estate investments. Very nice. These are some really impressive looking properties. Let's click on this one, 10X Miami River. This takes us to their sales page. Newest offering, Cardone Equity Fund 22 LLC. Let's see. Distribution schedule, monthly. I assume this is how often they pay out their distributions. Minimum investment, $100,000. This is for accredited investors. The fund may also be available to non-accredited investors, probably for a lesser amount, like $10,000 or $20,000. Target raise, $150 million. This is how much the fund hopes to raise. Let's look at the description. Cardone Equity Fund 22 offers accredited investors the opportunity to capitalize on strategic real estate investments. Cardone Capital believes that attractive investment opportunities will increase as the U.S. cycles through an inflationary environment. Okay, the fund is seeking up to $150 million in capital commitments to target properties in high-growth markets. I don't want to read the whole summary, but you can read it yourself if you want to. Let's look at these highlights. Offering highlights. Target cash on cash, 6% yield. Target investor IRR, 15%. That's the internal rate of return. Target equity multiple, 2.5x. I looked over the operating agreement, and a few things stuck out to me. So Grant Cardone gets a 1% asset acquisition fee and a 1% asset disposition fee on each and every fund asset. So this is for every property they buy or sell in the fund. Think about that for a minute. He also gets a 1% annual management fee. Okay, I guess that sounds reasonable, right? But let's do the math. If he raises $150 million, his target raise, 1% of that is $1.5 million. That's a nice chunk of change. So he would get that times 2 when he buys the properties and then when he sells the properties. He also gets that each year that he manages the properties. That's a lot of money, and one could say that's how Grant is funding his extravagant lifestyle. Investors of Cardone Capital are paying for it, so he gets paid regardless. There's also a 1% fee on the principal amount of each loan placed on the properties. I mean, these fees really add up, and they all go back to Grant Cardone and his companies. Now, I understand private real estate managers have similar fee structures, and Grant deserves to get paid for the hard work he's doing. Just know that there's a lot more in the operating agreement. With any investment like this, it's important to read it carefully and go over it with presumably your investment advisors. Now, I also did some additional research and found some really good information from Aaron Smith-Levin on YouTube. He pointed out some very interesting things regarding Grant Cardone and Cardone Capital. Allow me to share some of the highlights. Grant Cardone has financed his Cardone Capital properties with a variable 3.75% interest rate. With rates now close to 7%, this is a huge hit to his bottom line, meaning his interest or carrying cost have just about doubled. Here's a screenshot of his 10x Miami River property brochure, where you can see the 2.9% variable interest rate. And as you know, with higher interest rates, the interest costs on a property can quickly make it unaffordable. You would have thought that Grant Cardone would have tried to lock in those low rates when he had the chance. In my opinion, rates won't be that low again anytime soon. But do keep in mind, some commercial properties don't qualify for fixed rates. Also, you can see that the loan is interest only, meaning that no principal gets paid down. From a sound business planning point of view, I don't think that was a good decision. Yes, it helps with boosting the cash flows, but he's essentially betting on appreciation of the properties. Also, Aaron points out that in 2022, distributions to Cardone Capital investors were cut by 33%. With higher costs and rising interest rates, this shouldn't be a surprise. But if you're an investor, that's kind of a big percentage cut. You may be thinking that Cardone can just raise rents to offset the higher costs. It's my understanding that he's raising rents anyway by around 33%, but keep in mind that many people can't afford that percentage increase and may look for cheaper housing elsewhere. This would increase his vacancy rate, and even with all these factors, he's had to cut his distributions. Now, check this out. I've also got the 10x Miami River sales brochure. It's got property information like this page, scrolling down, amenities, community features. Very nice. It's even got a financial projection summary here at the end. Looking at the bottom line where it says investor cash flow, this to me is the net income. Looking at the year 4 column, which is I think the year we should be in this year or next, it shows a net income of $940,690. Compare this with the debt service amount of $4.9 million. This debt service amount will only increase with higher interest rate costs. See for yourself. I don't think these financial projections factored in 7% interest rates. As you can see, there isn't a big cushion to absorb higher interest rate costs. Let me know in the comments if you want me to dive deeper into the financial projections. My conclusion is, maybe you don't want to invest with someone playing fast and loose with money. I mean, I still respect and admire Grant Cardone, but he's got Gulfstream jets, flashy cars, and fancy luxury watches. That's just me, but do your own due diligence and decide for yourself. Personally, the only way I see the investment paying off is if the property value appreciates. He says it right here on his website. Basically, Grant Cardone is betting on appreciation. If the property appreciates, then he and his investors get paid. If the properties don't appreciate, then I think the investors get caught holding the bag. Let me know what you think. Is investing in Cardone Capital a good idea? If you're an investor in Cardone Capital, are you happy with your investment? I really want to know. Let me know in the comment section below. If you found value, please do me a favor. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you want me to make more videos like this one. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.